For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't pray that way.
Two global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional 9-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World 9-Ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Reyes Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't pray that way.
Love to clean you. Love to hide me. Love to clean you. Love to hide me.
Two global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional nine-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World Nine-Ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Rares Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't pray that way.
Love to, love to, when you try. Love to, pardon me, pardon me. Love to, when you try. Love to, pardon me, pardon me.
Two global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional nine-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World Nine-Ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Reyes Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't pray that way.
Love to clean you dry. Love to pardon me. Love to clean you dry. Love to pardon me.
Two global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional nine-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World Nine-Ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Rares Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't break that way.
Love to clean you dry. Love to pardon me. Love to
global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional 9-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World 9-ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Reyes Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
For decades, Universal Cues has been at the forefront of the billiards world, driven by a commitment to excellence and innovation. From partnering with world-class players to pushing the boundaries of cue design, we are dedicated to supporting every level of the game. Universal Cues is more than a brand. It's a community built on a passion for pool and a dedication to empowering players worldwide. When you think of quality, trust, and innovation, think Universal Cues. Your success is our mission. From concept to design, from launch to achieving legend, Universal Cues leading the way.
Don't pray that way.
Back to, back to, when you try, back to, pardon me, back to, when you try, back to, pardon me.
global forces. In a landmark multi-year partnership, a new chapter begins for professional 9-ball. The CPBA Royal Apex Series cloth becomes the official cloth of the World 9-Ball Tour. From the US Open to the World Pool Championship to the Mosconi Cup to the Reyes Cup, the world's finest now compete on one surface. The stage is set. The future is here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the quarterfinals of the TAOM Arena Open, a WNT ranking event happening here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We've got quite a match for you guys. Ooh, and just as I said that, Ponko makes quite the blunder. He's playing one of the most seasoned Filipino pros, Jeffrey Ignacio. I think he's quite well known by many players around the world. And he's played a very interesting positional route through the gap. Very experienced shot. Could have easily tried to play it further down towards the 9-ball, but he decided that the angle was much better through the gap. Very steady player, Ignacio. He has a very casual looking approach when he cues, but rest assured, he is very good under pressure. Okay, he needs the rest. He's asked the ref to help him out. Good angle on the 5 for a 2-rail positional play. On the 6, a very natural angle. He's gonna have to put just a little bit of outside spin on this ball. Nicely done. A little bit shy on his position there, but a 1-rail should get him just nice on the 8. Oh, he's overcooked it here. This has given him a little bit tougher prospect on the 9, unless he decides to run this cue ball all around. Could just drop it in and take the cut on the 9. That's an option. Let's see what he chooses to do. I think that's what he will. Oh, now he's gone around the table. What a shot. I do believe Ignacio has won a WNT ranking event this year. I think it was in Indonesia. He's been there and thereabouts in a lot of these tournaments. Considering his experience, I'm surprised he hasn't broken out yet in the same fashion as Johan Chua, because those two spend a lot of time together training. Used to be road partners, I think. He certainly doesn't lack the firepower or the knowledge. Wow. He's made the 2, which is in the ball he was looking to make. And he's landed, smelling like roses here. A really good start to this match by Ignacio. Nothing much to do here. 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 7 to the 8, everything is there. Ooh. Almost missed that shot. The slidey table saved him there. Ignacio is a very versatile player as well. He's played numerous disciplines, including on the Chinese table as well. He has won joy events before. And whenever he's not playing a tournament match, he's always in some kind of money game or action. Yeah, he's landed a bit straight on the 7 here. You might see him play a stop shot and just take the cut. Yeah, he's looking at it. You might just see him take a slightly longer shot on the 8. I do believe that's the most prudent play. Just a soft little stop shot. Pinch a bit of the pocket. He could also draw this all the way back if he feels that the angle is a little bit too much for a kill shot. Looks like he's following this. Okay. Yeah, not bad. The way he plays, it looks like he just two strokes everything. He just goes down and just fires, really. No feathering, no warm-up strokes. Very casual cue action, but deadly accurate. And he's up by 2. I haven't seen much of the his opponent, Mr. Ponko, but the fact that he's made it this far tells me that he must be a very solid player. He's gonna have to bide his time and wait for his chance. He failed to pocket the 1 on his last break, but he got away with another ball going in. Let's see whether he can adjust. And sure enough, he has. A really good break by Ignacio here. If he can slam this 3-ball in and stand out for the 4, can continue his run, and who knows how many racks he can take before Ponko even has a chance at the table. Good shot. Yeah, he's looking to stun this 1 rail. Mid-table position. That should give him a nice angle to go around the back of the 9 for the 6. So, thinking a few shots ahead there, Ignacio. Yeah, he might need an extension for this. I do notice the Filipinos have perhaps one weakness, and that's their rest play. He can reach this, I think, but just about. Yeah, nicely struck ball. Played it with a touch of check, I believe, or just low ball, as not to lose the white. And he's just about perfect. A bit of flare coming out right there. He could have easily just played a stun shot. Decided to follow 3 rails. He makes very quick decisions and he sticks to it, I noticed. He doesn't really ponder too much when it comes to his options. Very committed player. Goes with his gut instinct. And more often than not, it's really on point. Another rack for the Filipino. Ooh, a dry break. I think he's got a shot here. Thin slice on the 1. He's got 1 rail position for the 2, perhaps playing the 2-4 combo next. Well played, good angle. Needs to watch out here not to lose the cue ball and the 2. Yeah, well held. I'm surprised he went to play it that way. He could have played this rail first, getting a better position. A little bit awkward, but it's still potable. Yeah, he's flicked it off the 7. Didn't hurt him. Yeah, okay, he didn't get into that. Not sure what he tried to do there. He tried to spin it out of the corner, but he didn't get the backspin that he wanted on that shot. So feeling a little tight. Bonko. Feeling just a little bit awkward at the moment. Maybe just not settled in yet. This is a big shot. Very big shot. He needs to make this. Is he gonna run around the rails here? Yeah, he is. And that's where things can go wrong. Yeah, he likes to play wild positional routes, this guy. which is great for recovery, but when it's not necessary, you could get into trouble. Still got a bank though. Should be favored to make it, but then again, a bank is a bank. It's never a guarantee. And this could be setting the stage in this match for Ignacio to take a further lead. Tricky shot here though. Certainly not easy, very missable. He's made it. Yeah, Ignacio is looking very comfortable. On the other table, we have a big clash of Filipinos going on as well. Sean Mark, who just came out ahead of Denji, is now playing Jeff DeLuna. And that's quite the matchup for this quarterfinal. And I think he's leading 3-0. So we'll keep tabs on that game as it goes along as well. A good break from Ignacio. He's got a nice two-way shot that he can play here. He can try to bank the two. And he's got a couple blockers there. If he doesn't make the ball, that could potentially help him out. So it's kind of like a free shot, really. He just has to play it with the right pace. And that's exactly what he's done. What a shot. Beautiful shot. Yeah, Ignacio doesn't spend much time when he's down on a shot. He's very committed. He thinks, he takes his time when he's standing up. He likes to look at his tip when he chalks. And then he just gets down and fires. And whether it's a tough shot or an easy shot, you'll see him do the exact same thing. When he gets going, he's like a freight train. You'll see him play faster and faster. Yeah, just nice. Perfect line. A stop shot should give him a perfect angle to make the 8 and come out for the 9. He's kept his extension on his cue because... Oh no, I guess he hasn't. Okay. Yeah, very positive signs from Ignacio. His body language, his routine, everything looks like he's in cruise control. He takes his time on the key shots and breezes through the easy ones. He's halfway there in just a matter of minutes. Both matches are advancing quickly. 5-0 here and 4-0 just next door. And if Ignacio can make the 2-ball, which it looks like he can, we might see 6 on the scoreboard very shortly. Some work to be done, however. The cue ball is going to track towards the 8. I think he will flick it, so he needs to control it off the 8. I'm very curious how he plays this. Well, he's played a great shot. He wasn't rewarded. He's made both. We might see a jump here. He did load it up with a touch of inside, and I think that's what got him there. But it was the right shot to play. I just have this feeling that he's gonna make this shot, just based on how his body language is. He didn't show any negativity after he got snookered. He just went ahead and got his jump cue. He knows what needs to be done. Ooh, he's overcut it. A chance here. Or is it? Yeah, you see. Look at that. The rolls are coming into play here. No shot for Poncho. Or is there a shot? A thin slice? Razor thin. Nah, he's playing safe. Okay. Yeah. Not the best of safeties, but it does buy him another visit to the table, I think. Yeah, Ignacio is gonna thin this ball. Okay. You could see the right side of it. Not a bad play. A simple safety. Keeping the screws on. A two-rail kick, trying to get under the 4. Needs a bit of luck. Needs a bit of luck. And is that the luck he gets? There you go. He's caught a good roll there. Sometimes that's what you need to get back into a match. He can make the 4, I think. Just enough room. Roll it in. He's played a good shot. He's not looking too phased, even though he's just received a 5-pack from Ignacio and did make a mistake. Yeah, nicely done there. And I don't know what he has written on his sleeve, but it's something to the tune of "I was trash." I'm not sure if you guys can see that on his bridge hand. I don't know if that's a little motivational for him. But that's quite interesting. Surely that's not the name of his sponsor, so it's gotta have some meaning. And guess what? He was in the gutter in this match, 5-0 down. And he still came out confidently and delivered in that rack. So, can he break the balls and get a result? Oh, does he get a roll here? Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. Yeah. I feel his emotions on that shot. He hit the break pretty good. Just got a bad kiss. We are in quarterfinals action. My name is Timofey. And we are at Arena Open. Sponsored by TAOM. Rason is the official table. And it's a clash between one of the top Filipinos, fighting it out against I suppose one of the up-and-coming stars from Indonesia. It's a very nice table, 4-inch pocket. Very difficult side pockets, I must admit. I had a chance to play once on this table in this tournament, and the side pockets were brutal, but overall the table is playing really nice. Well, Ignacio didn't really want to play into that 8, I think, and that's gonna complicate matters. Not so much because the 8's in the way, but also because he has to reach pretty far to be able to cue this ball. I'm not sure if he can reach it just like that. He's pretty tall though, Ignacio. Yeah, he can reach this. Okay. I'll tell you what, this looks like an easy shot, but position is not easy. If he's dead straight, he might just be able to follow this. Yeah, he's okay. Fortunately for him, he had just the right kind of angle. Yeah, you always see the same routine. He looks at his tip every time he chalks. He makes his decision and just carries on with the business. There is no hesitation from Ignacio. Check side there. Beautiful. And just like that, 6-1. I think we're gonna take a short break. Probably a smart play. The Indonesian player has called for a timeout. He needs to slow Ignacio down. The freight train is still on course. He needs to derail him. Quick update on the adjacent table. Sean Mark Malayan is leading Jeffrey DeLuna 4-1. Jeffrey DeLuna is at the table, running out, and I think he's going to close the gap to 4-2. Alrighty, we are back. Rack number 8. Ignacio leads. And he's breaking the best I have seen him this tournament. Another scorching break with a shot on the 2. The only difficulty here is getting on the 3. He's looking at options. I think he might have a gap to the side pocket, but the corner might also be available. If that's the case, he's gonna have to work his cue ball. There is a close-up of his routine. Yeah, nicely played there. He's got half a pocket on this shot, but the good news is he's close enough to be able to thread the needle. I'm curious to see whether he chooses to follow this ball. He could follow it down table, 1 rail. He could also draw it with a low outside spin. I think playing a follow shot allows you to cue the ball a little bit more accurately. But he likes to draw, so yeah, no problem. His focus and attention is really quite impressive, to be honest with you. He does everything while standing up. He really visualizes the lines. When he's down on the shot, he spends just less than 10 seconds down on the shot. You see a lot of other players spending much longer time when they're cueing the ball, feathering and feeling out the angles. He just commits, and there's no turning back when he's down. I don't think I've ever seen Ignacio get up when he's down on a shot. Look at that. He might have overcooked this ball though. He might have overcooked it. Oh boy. Here we go. First big mistake. Yeah. I think a safety is gonna be the order of play. Yeah. He's gonna send the 8 ball down the path he just showed you. And he's gonna keep the cue ball right where it is frozen on the rail. He might have overcooked it though. He's left a shot. I tell you what, I think Poncho is gonna go for this. He's definitely gonna go for this. Yeah, he's looking to go around the world. One hell of a shot if he pulls it off. He likes to travel. I've seen the rack that I've seen him play so far. He's not afraid to travel 3-4 rails. He likes to hit the ball firm. So you're gonna see him do that again, surely. Very missable though. Very missable. Yeah, he might scratch too. Well, or he might just get lucky. Look at that. Wow. I mean, he needs all the luck he can get at this point. Let's face it, he's down pretty far. I don't know if Ignacio is gonna jump or if he's gonna try to... Wow, is he going 3 rails? He is. That's like an Efren Reyes trick shot. What a shot. What a shot. He didn't get away with it, did he? I'm not sure. Looks close. I think he doesn't have a shot. Wow. fully deserving though, considering he committed to such a tough kick. He could have easily jumped it. A cross-side bank, perhaps? Yeah, surely you gotta play it a cross-side here. A little bit of inside spin, maybe? It looks like he's drawing. Yep, he's going for the cross-side. He's missed it. And once again, Ignacio to the table with an easy finish. Yeah, what a shot that was. That looked a lot tougher than it was. He didn't get the position, but I think he'll make it anyway. It's not too bad. Certainly within his capabilities. He'll take more time now, sizing it up, but once he's down, he's not gonna spend much time. Look at that. He's missed it though. He's missed it. Well, it's a reprieve for Poncho. He badly needed that rack, and he's got it. Not through his own play, but through a mistake from Ignacio. And it looked as if Ignacio was just casually not paying attention on that 9-ball, but rest assured, he was. It's just the way he plays. Let's see whether this is gonna be the turning point in this match. On the adjacent table, from a 4-0 deficit, Jeff DeLuna has closed to within 1. The score is 4-3 to Sean Mark Malayan, and he is at the table. And it looks like he's got an open table there, so all to play for in this quarterfinals of the Arena Open. Yeah, he made a lot of noise, as they say, but that's about all he did. This table's been breaking kind of funny. I think it's all down to the referee, maybe different referee racking the balls. We are using a template, so wait, are we? Yeah, we are using a template, I think. I'm not sure if we are using it for this match though. I have to have a look again. We were using a template in the earlier rounds. Okay, what do you do here? Yeah, a nice little kind of a hay ball safety, really. You see a lot of safes like this on the Chinese table. He's left him an edge. He can counter. He's got a good line here. He's got a good line to counter. And he's done just that. A nice close-up of the Dynasphere balls that we are using here for this tournament. Yeah. Ignacio tried to make the one ball. Okay. Nifty little shot here. You don't have to do too much with the cue ball. Yeah, just touch of inside. Now here's where he has to decide whether he wants to play for the combination. I think that's probably all he's got, really. Ooh, that was a risky route he took. Okay. Didn't turn out too bad, but I tell you what, this combination from that range, yeah, I'd give him a 50-50 chance at best. And that's optimistic, really. Yeah, he knows it. He could look into a safety. He could even play a 6 into the 9, a carom. Yeah, I'm not so sure. He's looking at that carom, but that's even more advanced. He's gonna have to make a decision, though. Wow. I mean, he's played an absolute blast of a shot, but the cue ball went into the pocket. How does he follow that? He stun followed it into the pocket. He could not believe his luck there. Wow. Made the 9 too. That's a crazy shot. Absolutely crazy. Well, crazy shot. Wild results. And I feel like Poncho is definitely a very confident player, but maybe he's fighting too hard in this match, to the point that he's making very silly mistakes. And you don't want to do that against Ignacio, because Ignacio is just gonna strangle you with quiet confidence. He's not gonna play any flashy shots unless he needs to. He's gonna keep it simple. And I think here we have 7-2 written all over it. For those of you who are tuning in, this is the quarterfinals of the Arena Open, proudly presented to you by TAOM. This is a WNT ranking event that's happening in Kuala Lumpur. We've had 170 players contest in this tournament, including 130 international players. And we are down to the last 8. A lot of the top seeds have been knocked out. Carlo Biado out in the last 64. Johan Chua. Sorry, Carlo Biado lost in the last 32. Johan Chua was knocked out in the last 64. We've had a couple of top Taiwanese as well. I do believe we still have one Taiwanese player still in the tournament. We've had legends like Ralph Souquet playing this tournament as well. Shout out to Ralph. I think it's his first time in Malaysia. And I think he is the prime example of a true professional. And he's been doing it for 40 years. Okay, a very nice break from Ignacio. Yeah, keeping it simple. Wasn't too happy about that, but it's good enough. He has half a pocket on the 3. Whenever you have a small part of the pocket, you actually want to be close and straight. A lot of the time you want an angle, but when you're working with just a fraction of a pocket, you want to be as straight as you can, if possible. But for Ignacio, it seems like that's not an obstacle. Yeah, it's gonna be 8-2, I believe, based on what I see on the table. The only thing that can hurt him here is the 9, if he has a low angle, but I think he's gonna go on the left side. Yeah, you see that? He's gone for the other angle. He looked at it. There was no chance of him getting hooked on the 9. And now I think he's gonna swing the cue ball around the 8 ball out of the corner. Okay, he went through the gap. That's even better. You need to go around the 8. Yeah, this looks pretty elementary from here. I'll be curious to see whether he stuns this with a lot of force or whether he will draw this. I think he will stun. Yeah, nicely done. The Rasson tables do allow you to stun the ball with a lot of energy. Coming out for one rail positional play. They do play quite springy. So if you have a good stun game, the Rasson table is for you. So some of our viewers are asking about who the commentator is. My name is Timofey, and I live in KL. I was the only Ukrainian player in this tournament. Unfortunately, didn't work out. I lost in the qualifying decider on the loser's side to a very strong Filipino, Bernie Regalario, who also was knocked out in the next stage, unfortunately. For those of you who are not familiar, you could actually log in to WNT Live Scores, I believe the website is called. And if you make a free account, you can have a look at the brackets and all the player listings and etc. for the tournament. Quite a neat feature. You don't have to pay anything, it's free. So you can keep track of further WNT events. And another good break from Ignacio. I mean, this is a clinic, really. His break has been spot on in this match. And if he plays like this and breaks like this, I'm gonna have to tip him to win this event here, because so far he's been absolutely perfect almost. He got a good little rub from the 7. I don't think he wanted to, but it's pretty good. Now this is a funny angle. He could follow this ball on the left of the 5. He could also bump the 9. I like bumping the 9, to be honest with you. I do think he's gonna do that. Yeah. Now this shot on the Rasson table, it is pretty springy. Going across the line of position, you need to really control the pace. And as you can see, he got a little bit short, but he didn't overplace his position. That actually was a very soft shot. So Jeffrey certainly knows the tables like the back of his palm. Another example of a kill shot. If you were to watch the cue ball on that, he had a little bit of check side. The Filipinos are probably the best players playing that shot. A low check side kill shot. This has been a masterful display so far. From all the sets I've watched and played, and just like that, Ignacio is on the hill. On the other match that I was seeing here, Sean-Marc Malayan is leading 6-4, and I think he's just made a mistake because his body language suggests he's not too happy. So Jeff DeLuna to the table. Sofia is our head referee for this tournament. And she's gonna have an early break because I think Ignacio is on course for another break and run. I think he's 4th or 5th of the match. It's not much of a chance there for Poncho. He's been a spectator like the rest of us. He's played a couple of loose shots. He's had a couple of chances slip away, but overall, Ignacio has just been devastatingly effective. And he caught a good roll too over there on that shot. Could have easily gone wrong. He still has a shot. We might see a deep screwback right now though. That could be a beautiful shot to watch. If he's dead straight. Yeah, he didn't get enough into that. I think he was playing for the side pocket. But he could still make this ball into the corner. And we could see him play the Filipino kill shot again. Missing the side pocket with a touch of inside. Yeah, he's... Let's see what else he can come up with here. He might play safe. If he plays safe, then that just shows absolute composure, because he's on such a good run that you just want to kind of keep running. And as you see it, that urge to continue his run just cost him a scratch. I've seen it happen so many times. I've done it myself so many times too. When you're on a good run, when you have a 2 or 3 pack and you're like, well, I want to run another rack. I've got a shot here. It's tough. I'm gonna take a gamble. And guess what happens? You end up in the drink. Well, it's do or die for Poncho here. He's been sitting in his chair for the last 3 or 4 racks. Can he produce a miracle comeback? Certainly, if he had any nerves, they should all be gone by now. When you're down this far, it's almost like you've already lost. You just go through the motions, have fun, play the game. Nicely done, good shot. He's certainly a very skillful player, I can see that. He's got a lot of confidence. He's not shaky, for sure. He's not tentative when he plays, even though he's losing 9-2. So all he has to do is catch a really good gear, run a couple racks, maybe bring the score to 9-5, 9-6. Only then will Ignacio start feeling the heat. At this moment in time, I don't think he'll be too concerned. Guess what though? When you're on a comeback trail, the pool gods somehow give you a bit of a boost. So I'm looking for a good break here. Looking for a good break here. It's not bad. He can't see the 2. It's not the best, but it's a shot. All he could ask for. Now, can he roll this 2 ball? I think the white ball is gonna go close to the 9. He might be able to just flick that pair there, or maybe get across at the bottom so he can play the 3 in the side pocket. Yeah, I don't like elevating on that. He's elevating. I don't like it. It's very difficult. I think rolling it in and taking your medicine, maybe playing the 3 in the side is the way to go. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he's done well. It's just a little too strong on the pace. He did hit the 9, but he didn't manage the contact. Still has a good chance for a safety here. The thing about this safety is that I think it lays pretty good for a bank, but if you want to try to play safe, you might end up making the ball and snookering yourself. So he could play another safety, thinning the 3, sending the cue ball towards the 6. Or he could try to send the cue ball towards the 9. Let's see what he does. Okay. Well, he's done well. Can't fault him there. He's done very well. Ignacio might have a one-rail kick though, a kick and stick. And if he gets the right contact, the 3 ball is gonna be hiding somewhere near the 9. Well, he didn't get the best contact, but he got away with it. A jump shot coming up. And this could be his last shot of the match. Unless he makes a miracle jump shot here. Tough shot. Ooh, very close. Very close. Does he get away with it? Yes, he does. It's still game on. I don't believe Ignacio can make it. He's hanging by a thread, Poncho. But he's still alive. Work to be done here. Ignacio is kicking 3 rails. Look at this. No, surely not. He's looking at the line though. He's kicking 1 rail. Oh, he can make it. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I thought he couldn't make it. Well, if that's the case, I think it's curtains here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, nothing stopping him now. Just a bad play on the 6 to the 7 could be his only difficulty, but I just don't see him screwing up here. Just needs to keep things simple. I'm gonna go around the 9, mid-table. Nicely done. Probably play short side position here, unless he's feeling like a nice line through the gap. Yeah, he is playing through the gap. A stop shot here, and he's through to the semis. Great performance. Very impressive. Yeah, masterclass performance from Jeffrey Ignacio. He's gonna be geared up for the semis tomorrow. And I hope you guys are too, because we will be back tomorrow. Congratulations to Jeffrey. It wasn't Poncho's day, but he's done really well to reach the quarterfinals of a WNT event, so he could be proud of himself. We will be back tomorrow, guys, for the semi-final round and, of course, the finals. I believe it starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so don't go too far, and tune in tomorrow. I'll be back to do more commentary, and maybe this time I'll have a chance to reply to some of your messages and whatever else that comes up. All right, it's been a pleasure. My name is Timofey. I hope you enjoyed that match. We will be back for the semis tomorrow at 1 o'clock Malaysia time. Take care.